Hello everyone, I just thought I'd just make a video because why not? Actually, the main reason why I'm making a video today is because I am in the middle of watching the movie called, well, more like a documentary about the Stan Romanek case, or the Stan Romanek story called Extraordinary. Basically, if you don't know who he is, Google it, YouTube it, it's all over the web. And trust me, it will give you some like shivers, goosebumps. It's cool. I do question it a little bit, which is good, but it's basically the world's most documented extraterrestrial contact story. It's really awesome, and the evidence accumulated over the past decade and has convinced thousands around the world that his story is true. The documentary film takes audiences on a journey through Stan's. So if you can watch it on YouTube, it's like a few dollars through a few pounds, and trust me, you'll not regret it. I'm already 42 minutes and 44 seconds into it, or 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I've almost got like just over another hour to go, and I mean, you know, when he was basically, spoiler alert, he does show you marks on his skin, weird marks that I don't know how anyone can cause injury to themselves and cause those marks. It looks so intricate, so weird. Some of them I do think it's explainable. I'm not a dermatologist, but I do think some of his marks are explainable. But there's a lot that I just don't understand. And as we're talking about marks, strange punctures on the skin, it made me have the overwhelming urge to tell you my story. And this is not influenced by this movie or whatever. It just simply reminded me, say, hey, I have this mark on my elbow. You may not be able to see it, but it is right here. You may only just see it, but it's very thin. You see that circular mark? It's a puncture. Movie, the documentary I'm watching, it just reminded me of that. I really don't. I don't care if you or anyone takes the Michael or whatever, because I know I didn't put it there for starters. I don't know how I can make a perfect circular mark and have like a little puncture mark. I don't have any needles, I don't do drugs or any of that, but I just can't think how that could have formed other than aliens, because other people had that done to them. And I don't remember that. All I know is I've had strange occurrences when I was a child. But I haven't seen any aliens or whatnot until like later on, when I saw like a figure behind my window. But that's kind of weird and strange, and probably mine was playing tricks on me, but I don't know. I've seen UFOs up close. I've seen a TR-3B, something similar to that, more like a military craft, and I deserve compensation for that, because I felt burns all over my body. I was paralysed, also felt loved, I felt manipulated in a sense. It's abusive, really. And I've seen a diamond-shaped UFO in the sky. I don't have no idea what it was, all I know the shape. It was metallic, it was like tilted like that, went upwards and made a flash, and it just completely vanished. Like, it went a certain direction and it went. It's really quick. But honestly, it is strange. And you may be skeptical now, which is fine. I'm perfect. It's understandable. If I didn't experience all this, I'd be more skeptical. I might even joke about it. Actually, I still joke about aliens and UFOs because I don't know, it makes me feel better knowing that. Well, it doesn't scare me. But I know when you tell people these things and they don't really look into these things that much, and when they come up to it, they just laugh at it and they just think it's ridiculous. I understand it is weird. Why would an extraterrestrial, why would a multi-dimensional or extra-dimensional being come to this planet and come to this dimension just to puncture holes in people's bodies and probe them or whatever they do? Why? One thing I know is that they all have quite a lot in common, these visitors, and what people experience. It's to do with humanity. And you know, before I even looked into all this, I'd had all these experiences. I didn't even know what a TR3B was, or a triangle UFO was, until I just googled triangle UFO, because that's what I experienced, and it looked like a TR3B. And underneath it, I was like, oh my god, I saw that. When you tell the people, they say, yeah. But the thing is, you need to experience it in order to believe it sometimes. Because you need physical evidence, you need photographs. I understand that. The most evidence I have is what I have on my arm. And I have a synopsis or whatever. And I can give it to anyone in the PDF form who is willing to read it. Maybe some spelling, grammar, grammatical errors, but forgive me. I was kind of nervous when I was writing it, or typing it rather, and it was just, some experiences just gives me anxiety, because I don't know, it's just some experiences just make me feel anxious because I don't want it happening again. So, I don't know if I've told anyone on this channel before, but I've encountered a light being, and now people are like, what? Yeah, that's delusional, you're hallucinating. Well, maybe, but you can't tell me every single person who has experienced this sort of thing is hallucinating. There can't just be some sort of mass hysteria over it, or could it? I guess it's in the realm of possibilities, but I was under some stress at the time before any of this happened, so maybe. At the same time, it leaves me wondering, it makes me think that there is truth to it as years progress. And this woman telepathically spoke to me. I actually thought I was going crazy at that point. Like, well, why is this happening to me? I remember going behind my bedroom door and just waiting for it to go and telling it to go in my mind, and it did. But I felt so arrogant of me and ignorant, because if I went past my fear, I could have listened to what she was trying to say. She was trying to calm me down. She was loving, seemed very soothed. Her voice didn't seem threatening. I just didn't trust it, obviously, because it's gonna freak anyone out if you see like a humanoid, bright light being in your room, and warm, you feel love, and it's kind of intense. You're overwhelmed by it. One thing I do remember is that she wanted to tell me about something about humanity. Something very important, not just for me, but for everyone. And I'm like, okay. But then when I look back, it's like, well, we're destroying our planet. We are destroying it. We have little regard for our own planet. We completely disregard. We're just literally parasites on this earth, sucking the mother earth dry, so to speak. Not in a sexual sense. Sorry, I can help myself on that one. But yeah, there's a load of sightings that I've had. Maybe some are explainable, some are not. And maybe in the future I might be able to capture a video of it. Maybe in the future I'll have more experiences. Maybe in the future I'll be able to harness and gather as much evidence as I can, because I know there's truth to it. Yeah, there are people who just want attention, people who just want money, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick, because it just makes other people look bad. Of course people need money, but you can't solely profitize this thing. You can't just get profit from this. It's selfish. I mean, if you had it as a hobby and telling other people what you've experienced, and you use that money for a good purpose, like trying to make more content on YouTube and help this information get out there and help other people who experience this, as long as you do it for good, I'm fine with it. But people who just spend it and just literally just make stories up, and it just adds a ton of disinformation out there, and it leaves people confused and be like, what should I believe in? Like, seriously. So it's up to you if you want to believe me or not. It's fine, and I understand if you don't, because there's a lot of nonsense out there, and I'm not going to completely disregard the nonsense because that might actually be reality, but we'll see. Eventually all of this will blow up and hit the fan and be like, yep, this exists, and everyone will know. There will be a time where my feelings and my experiences are validated, backed up, and maybe one day I'll be seen as like another piece in the puzzle. That's help disclosure. And yeah, that's all. And please like, comment and subscribe. And if you have any footages, any stories, any experiences or whatever, please let me know. I'm interested. I'm not gonna judge you, but I feel like I can discern what is real and what is fake, so you can't fool me. As long as you are honest and not being dishonest, obviously, and if it is consistent, and trust me, if you're telling the truth, you have nothing to worry about. But if you are consistent, you have nothing to worry about. It's just when things become inconsistent, so then I have the right feeling of being skeptical, you know, like I have every right to be skeptical. Doesn't mean it's not true, but I want to stick to real footages. Like, I don't want people who give me a tiny speck in the sky, like a star or whatever, or someone holding the camera and pointing it through a window and then there's a light, because for all I know that's just reflected from behind the mirror or in front of the mirror. It depends how you see it. And people often fool others that there's UFO when they're looking through like a dash cam or dashboard or whatever, or the mirror or the glass window or whatever of the car and of the house, whatever. But really it's just a light the inside just reflects onto the glass, and it's portrayed as an object outside. I want footages that are from outside. No interference between a glass, because anything, it can be distorted and it will make me question.